What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we have some gameplay of F1 2020 for the first time. It's gonna be a tasty one. It is Max Verstappen at Zandvoort, the new track that is returning to this year's game. It's not being driven by Max Verstappen himself, but it's his character in the game, and we're gonna break down the gameplay, and we're just gonna talk about what Zandvoort looks like and see if there's anything I can gather about the handling. To tie in with this gameplay, we also have some cover art which Codemasters has released in these screenshots. So we have the Michael Schumacher fronting the deluxe edition. Then we have the F1 70 edition, which is a slightly better version of the normal edition. That's fronted by Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel. I've got to say that the graphics that they are, or the design that they're fronting across all the different versions, it looks good. The red is just so eye-grabbing, and I just think it looks very, very clean. What we're still yet to see is the region-specific cover arts of the game. So what we have available is the deluxe edition, which we've just seen, and we've also seen the F1 70 edition for the US, Germany, and the UK, the international version. But what we can't see is like the other versions of the game. So there's a cover art which has Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen representing the France, Italy, and Benelux versions of the game, and then we have Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez representing the Spain and Mexico versions of the game. And finally, for the Polish and Australian version of the game cover art, we have Kimi Räikkönen and Daniel Ricciardo fronting that one. But none of those other regional specific screenshots are available today. Anyway, we're going to move on to the gameplay now, and we're going to have a taste of what we're in store for this year. And there we go. Pre-order now, 10th of July, 2020. We're going to go back now, and I'm going to provide my commentary over the top of this gameplay now, and give you guys something a little bit extra to think about. Peggy 3, Into the Barrier is going to make a joke about 2-year-olds not being able to play the game. Pretty standard stuff. We have our first look at the graphics. As you'll see in career mode or any Grand Prix as we start up a race weekend. 2 DRS zones, 14 corners, and big banking at the final corner, which you can see in evidence right there. You can go right up against the wall. I'm going to be making my comparisons to Assetto Corsa in this video because that's kind of the only recent experience I have with this track. But looking at this, you can see the 2020 Red Bull Aston Martin. I don't know if this is actually the direct replica of this year's car, I don't have an eye for these things, but the steering wheel to me might be off. I think that might be a generic steering wheel. You guys will tell me. I'm sure you will. I don't think this is being driven by an AI. And the reason why I say this is because the steering inputs, like, he goes way too far in terms of steering lock. That is only going to induce understeer, that is. Let's go back up into turn 1. Because this is vastly different as well to the old version of Zandvoort. There's, a little bit more road there, which people will get punted into in online open lobbies for sure. Lots of Heineken sponsorship everywhere. I'd imagine that all of these sponsors would drastically change on the run up to the actual race through here. Kind of looks a little bit more open, like there's a little bit more space. The version that I tried on Assetto Corsa looked a lot tighter than this. It looks like you can definitely do some side-by-side stuff through here. This corner, much more undulated, but again, it seems a little bit more open. You can utilize this Armco runoff area, and if people are running no damage lobbies, you know they're going to be wall riding all the way around there. To be honest, guys, I'm just looking for corner cutting opportunities. The track is so open, it doesn't look like it. Now we run into, like, my favorite part of the circuit. There's so much character here. You run in so fast. There's a little bit of a bump as we approach the curbing on the right-hand side. So let's see if that is present. Not quite, no. That's all pretty mundane, to be honest. That looks like it's not even a challenge. Okay, they might have flattened out the bumps, I don't know. The tracks aren't laser scanned. Or at least they still aren't from what I know. Oh, that's sausage curb. There's a curb here on the inside on the right here, which looks nasty. Oh, wait, no, we're coming up to it now. This right here, that looks... can you see my mouse? Yes, you can. I don't think you want to be touching that. That's going to send your car up into 2 wheels and not be fun for anyone involved. Here, this is not really an overtaking corner, not unless someone makes a mistake. You want to have a nice late apex, get early on the power to set you up for this next left-hander. This might potentially be an overtaking opportunity if someone absolutely stuffs it up. But again, similar kind of corner. Much more open than Assetto Corsa. And this is consistent around the whole track, which is definitely going to help with racing. Now we come into the hairpin. Again, that's a slightly high-profile curb. Does he use? Yeah, he does. So, you can use the curb there. So maybe that tells me we can use the curb that I mentioned before. It is a little bit more high speed, though, so maybe not as possible. Nice and open here. Bit of ripple strip on exit, which is absolutely lovely. This is the overtaking spot of the track, I would say. That and turn 1. You can run out a little bit wide there. I was spinning off that curb on the outside a lot in Assetto Corsa. That curb isn't great on the inside. And then this guy's turned in too early. Look at me, the backseat driver coach. Open DRS, up to the line. That is a lap of Zandvoort. Not bad. Not bad at all. I can't wait to get stuck into this circuit. I absolutely love it when we go to new circuits. It just gives us so much more, I don't know, to look forward to. It's just new stuff, new content. That's what we need in the Formula 1 games. We only have, 20 odd tracks, and most of them we race year in and year out. And so when we get the opportunity to go to a new track, my goodness, it is so exciting. And I can't wait. I can't wait to get stuck into it. So too with the Hanoi circuit in Vietnam. That's one I'm also very much looking forward to, and one which I think the majority of us have absolutely no experience there with. So that's going to be a tricky one when we go to career mode, when we do online races. You're really going to be tested as to whether you can adapt to a new circuit very quickly to be on the pace. It definitely took me a while to be fast at France when we went there a few years back. But guys, that has been this video for today. Some F1 2020 gameplay. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more racing game content. As soon as there's any more gameplay or I get my hands on the game or whatever, you guys will be the first to see it. And we will... hopefully have a really good F1 game to have on our hands. I'm just glad we're getting an F1 game this year. I was saying that earlier in the year. So happy that we're getting one. And not only that, we're getting possibly the best game we've ever had. But anyway, that's it from me today. Check out my previous F1 2020 news gameplay or news video if you want to know more about the game. But until the next one, it's been me, Ben, Tiametmarduk, and I'll see you next time.